Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the introduction to Microsoft Access 2010. See, I told you that Microsoft Access 2010, it is a part of Microsoft Office 2010 Professional Suite. It is a database management software which is used to store the database and organize the large amounts of data. Okay, so suppose you can take an example that your school need to maintain the database of all students. Okay, any organization needs to maintain the data for the students or for their employees. So for that we can use this software. So this is the part of Microsoft Office. This is Microsoft Access window. You can see it here. Okay, so first you need to download the Microsoft Office in your system. After that, open this, what you have to do, you have to go to Start button, All Programs, then you will go to Microsoft Office, then you will open Microsoft Access. Okay, so under this we can create the tables, forms, reports, queries, relationships, etc. So what we will do first, you can see this is a blank database. We need to click this. Okay, now here you can see a file name occurs. So in this you have to keep the name of the database. Suppose we are keeping the name of this database class 7. Now this is this folder, yellow folder, you can see this is for browsing the location where you want to store your database. Like we click here, so my computer is going to open. It will show you all the drives, all the folders where you want to save this. Suppose we save it in the, I find out the location. Now click on OK. So the database will be saved in the preferred location. Okay, after that we will click on the create button. Now after clicking on this, you can see the database has been created. So what is the name of the database? It is class 7. Okay, now we should understand that what are the components of Microsoft Access window. Okay, you can see these are the components. This is save, undo, redo, and this is the office button. Okay, so this is known as a quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar. Now next is your this one, in which the title is given. Okay, the name of your database is given, so that is known as the title bar. Now next thing is your, this one you can see this whole thing which is given here. This is a ribbon in which you have the different options to format the data. Now next thing is your table name. So here you can see this is your table name. So table 1 is the table name. Now this left side you have the navigation pane. Suppose you create more tables, so they will be available here. Okay, so this is a navigation pane. Now this center area, this whole is a work area. Okay, where you have to create the tables, where you will work regarding the tables. Now next, at the last you have the status bar. This at the bottom you have the status bar, in which you can see the records are shown like 1 of 1. So as many records you have, they will be visible here. Okay, now next thing we are going to study is how to create the tables. Okay, now we have created this table. Now we should understand that what are the data types. So data types are the type of data which we are going to store in the columns. Okay, with columns which we will make in a table, in that what kind of data will be stored, that is the data type. Now from here in this data type and formatting group, you can see data type. Now this you can see text, memo, number, date, time, currency, yes, no, OLE, object, hyperlink, attachment. Okay, so in text, where the text need to be stored, memo where the lengthy text need to be stored, and the numbers need to be stored. Then date, time, you can like date of joining, date of birth, etc. You can use this data type. And for saving the salary, or for any currency kind of thing, any means amount thing, so that for that you can use the currency. Then for yes or no, if you want only two answers, yes or no, you can use this one. Then OLE, objects, they can be used to include different Microsoft Word documents, Microsoft Excel documents, or Paint documents, or you can even include the picture, sounds, and other binary data. Next is your hyperlink. So this data type contains the field that store hyperlinks such as URLs. URL means Uniform Resource Locator. So these are your data types. Now next thing is how to create a table in a datasheet view. See, datasheet view is the default view in Microsoft Access. So you can easily create a table in this view. Now let's see how we will create the table. First, the step will be you have to start Microsoft Access. Then you will click on the create a blank database. Then you can see this ID is opening here. And with the auto number data type appears. Okay, so you need to double click it, and you can keep it names, like you can keep its name roll number. Okay, suppose we are keeping its name roll number. Now in the next column we can enter, now in next column we can add the student name. Suppose here we are adding the student name. Then in the next column you can add grade. In next column you can add address. Like this you can make more and more columns. Okay, after that what you need to do, you need to save this table. Okay, so for that you need to go to file. From there you will click on save option. Now the table name will come, so it's your wish whatever table name you want to keep. Like you want to keep the table name student. Now okay, now you can see your table name has been changed to the name student. Now you can enter the data in this, like you can enter the roll numbers. Okay, you can enter the student name, grade, address, etc. So now we need to enter the data regarding the students, like the student name is Akhil, grade is 7th, then address is suppose Dalhousie, then we add one more name. Now you can see the automatically the numbers are coming here, roll numbers, because it is the automatic data type we have selected here. So next, suppose we take Sunita. Again we have taken the grade 8. Now suppose we take it Delhi. Now third data we can enter Arushi, grade 9. Then address you can suppose Punjab. So this is how you can enter the data in the data sheet view. Now the next step we are going to do is how we can create a table in a design view. Okay, see, this is the another step in which earlier we have created a table in a data sheet view. Now we can create the table in a design view. So in this view you can control the table and the field properties. Okay, now we will again start with the Microsoft Access. Suppose we create a new database from here. Now again we click on the blank database. Here we take the database name. Suppose it was class 7. We are again opening that only. Okay, now we have opened the same database, class 7 only. Now we are creating a new table in this. So we have to click on the create tab. This is your create tab. Under this, from the tables group, click on the table design. This is your table design. Now you can see this is your design view. Okay, so from here what you have to do, you can see the field name is there, data type is there, description is there. Okay, so whatever field you want to enter in your table you can enter here. Like I'm adding again the roll number. Then we have to give the data type. So what kind of roll number we want to select, like we want auto number, so we are selecting it. Now next is again your student name. Now for this we can select the data type, text. Third thing is your suppose English marks. Then marks would be in numbers, so we can select number. Then your maths marks. Like this you can make the columns. Now for this also you have to select the number data type. Now next thing is your description. So in description you can write like enter students roll number. Now in the next you can write enter student's name. So this is just a description to the user that what kind of data should be entered here. Now enter students English marks. So like this you can enter here. So we have entered the description for all 4 fields. Now we can save the table. You will click on this save. So from here you can keep the table name now, suppose student 1. So we have kept the name student 1. Now in a table you must have a primary key because it must uniquely identify a tuple in a table. Tuple means a rows. Okay, now the column which have unique data, like student name can be duplicated. There can be 2 students with the same name. Marks can be same for the other students, but the roll number will be different for all the students. So we can make it a primary key. We can right click here and we can set it as a primary key. Okay, now again we'll do that. Now you can see a key symbol is coming here, so this has become the primary key, and one table can have only one primary key. Now we are going to save this table. We have saved this is student 1. Now we can close this table. Yes, we want to save the changes. Now you can open the student 1 table, double click on it. Now here, from here we can enter the data in this, like we write Manish 45, then maths marks 50, then again we write Arunima, then here we write 60, 70. So this is how we are going to enter the data in the design view. So we have seen 2 ways. One way was creating a table in a data sheet view, and second was in a design view. Okay, and how we have created a primary key. Now next thing we are going to see is how to create a relationship in database. So first we will close all the tables. Now we are closing this table. So after that click the database tool. Now this is your database tool, so you can see the various properties or various things are available here. So from the relationships group, now this you can see this is your relationships group. This is the icon of the relationships. Okay, so now we are going to click on this. Now you can see a table appears in which table queries and both these tabs are given. In this, whichever tables you have created in this database are visible. So we have created 2 tables, student and student 1. Okay, so now hold the shift key and click the required tables. For example, we have created the student and the student name. Now I have selected both of them. Now we can click on add, close. So you can see 2 tables are coming here, that is student and the student 1. Now this is the primary key. This is roll number is the primary key of this table of student table, and this roll number is the primary key of the student 1 table. So what we can do, we can click here and we can drag it like there. Okay, so this kind of table is going to come in which you can see table query, related table query. This is your first table, this is your second table. So both the columns will be visible to you here. After that you can click on the create button. Now you can see the link has been created between the roll number and roll number. So this is the relationship establishment between the 2 keys of the 2 tables. Okay, so this indicates the relationship between the 2 tables. So this is how we are going to make the tables. This is how we are going to make the primary key, and how we can establish the relationship between the columns of the 2 different tables. So here we complete the practical of this chapter. Thank you all of you. You can practice this in your system. You can download Microsoft Office and open Microsoft Access in that. Thank you.